Guillain-Barré syndrome. Refer to the Pediatric Board Study Guide 3rd edition for the most updates in pediatric neurology. Suspect Guillain-Barré syndrome in any child with history of infection, for example gastroenteritis or Campylobacter or upper respiratory tract infection or vaccination. 2 to 3 weeks later the child starts to be weak, progressively weak, and the weakness is ascending weakness from the lower limb going up and symmetrical, acute and rapid. The theory behind this disease that the body will produce antibodies to the bacteria or the virus, and these antibodies at the same time will attack the peripheral nerves or the axons and will cause progressive weakness. The new name of Guillain-Barré syndrome is acute inflammatory demyelinating polyneuropathy. The new name is describing the condition exactly. This disease is post-infectious, as we mentioned in the previous slide, results in paresthesia, affect the sensory nerves, and ascending symmetrical peripheral neuropathy and muscle weakness. Occurs in individuals who are healthy days to weeks after exposure to a bacteria like Campylobacter or a virus. Also can hit the cranial nerves, and this will be well known as Miller-Fisher variant. This can cause facial weakness, ophthalmoplegia, ataxia, and areflexia. Causes: Campylobacter jejuni is very common, Mycoplasma pneumoniae, cytomegalovirus, Epstein-Barr virus, autoimmune conditions after surgery or vaccinations, especially influenza. Clinical presentation: weakness. This is the most common symptoms. Weakness begins distally from down up, the opposite of botulism. In Guillain-Barré syndrome will go from down up and begins distally in the legs and ascends as the disease progresses. And most of these patients, they will have diminished or absent reflexes. They may have paresthesia, which is pain in the muscle, in the calf muscles or the calf area. Autonomic instability: they may have arrhythmia like tachycardia, bradycardia, orthostatic hypotension. So change in blood pressure is very common, and bladder dysfunction, very common. Acute illness usually peaks in severity 2 weeks after the onset, and recovery may take weeks to months to recover. Very important, very critical. Diagnosis of Guillain-Barré is a clinical diagnosis depending on the clinical appearance. Confirm the diagnosis with imaging study like spinal MRI will show the inflammation at the nerve root, and also a CSF study will show elevation or elevated protein without an elevated cell count. So mean that the white cell count will be normal, and this will known as albuminocytologic dissociation. EMG will take weeks to show the positive findings, and the first abnormality is F wave. This is a high yield, commonly tested. Nerve conduction studies are slow with evidence of conduction block. Treatment of Guillain-Barré syndrome or acute inflammatory demyelinating polyneuropathy, IVIG, immediately. Start the treatment once suspected clinically. Plasmapheresis in complicated cases, supportive care, and hospitalization until the patient is stabilized. So classically they have to be admitted. They have to be admitted to advanced care or PICU if there are symptoms of cranial nerves, vital capacity is compromised. This means that the disease is affecting the respiratory muscles and or autonomic instability. Course and the prognosis for children is excellent. So the prognosis of this disease in pediatrics is excellent. For recovery within 6 to 12 months, with majority of those who do not recover fully having only mild disabilities. This is the end. Thank you.
Having trouble or trying to pass the pediatric board exam? We have the definitive solution for you, presenting the Last Minute Review Series, a powerful tool for achieving success in pediatric board exams, crafted by Dr. Osama Naga, a board-certified pediatrician by American Board of Pediatrics and the editor of the Pediatric Board Study Guide, a last-minute review. Dr. Naga breaks down the most critical subjects in this series. The Pediatric Last Minute Review webpage offers a thorough and rigorous set of pediatric board review sessions that are in line with the study guide. The lectures will cover the most important topics for each condition that a pediatrician must know for pediatric board exams, as well as real-life clinical encounters. The inclusion of a clinical case scenario, accompanied by multiple-choice questions, followed by the most probable answer and a comprehensive description of the issue, will ensure test readiness for each student. You will be able to download the lecture's PDF files to make your studies easier, to take notes and be accessible on the go and offline. Based on the membership plan you choose, you will have unlimited access to the lectures for either 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year. By viewing these videos, you will increase your chances of passing the board exam and gain substantial advantages from the acquired knowledge. Additionally, by studying the material and completing the AAP prep questions from the previous 3 years, you will greatly increase your likelihood of passing the board and will acquire a wealth of knowledge. Click on the link provided below to visit lastminutepediatric.com and subscribe immediately. Be sure to take advantage of our free video samples on our YouTube channel, Pediatric Board Last Minute Review. Good luck with your exams!